Now, WMVR News 9 Tonight.
And call it the high-tech repo man, the little black box that makes sure you're paying your car payment. How it's being used in New Hampshire in a special report.
Some call it the Smart Start, a little black box that knows whether you've paid your car payment on time. How it's being used in New Hampshire in a special report.
Well, you know, there is a little black box that's keeping buyers on track with their car payments, sort of like a high-tech repo man. You probably haven't ever heard of it, but thousands of consumers with bad credit have been using the device, some right here in New Hampshire. WMVR's Jennifer Millette tells us about the Smart Start in a special report.
We didn't have a large down payment, and this worked out perfect.
Shirley Anthony's old car was totaled in an accident a year and a half ago. She wasn't sure she'd ever be able to hit the road again because qualifying for a loan was a challenge.
When I was trying to get a vehicle through other companies, I was being shut down because of our credit.
But Auto Credit of Rochester offered her a deal on the spot under one condition. She had to have this little black box installed in her minivan underneath the dash. It's called the on-time system, and it's connected to the engine starter. Each time you make a payment, which could be weekly or monthly, you get a code to punch in.
And it beeps like that a couple times, and then it will go to green, and I'm golden. I'm ready to go.
But you're not going anywhere if you don't pay up.
It turns red the first day after they've missed the payment. It starts beeping the second day.
You get a 3-day grace period. On that third day, the car's ignition system is shut off. There's no GPS system, so if the lender decides to repossess the car, the repo man has to track it down the old-fashioned way. Auto Credit started offering this option to people with poor credit histories a year and a half ago.
Obviously, we're in the business to try to sell cars. It allows us to sell cars and put people into better cars that they otherwise wouldn't be able to get into, and the device mitigates the risk to us.
We asked people what they thought about the idea.
I don't know. Technology is a scary thing. But if it is something that insures people, you know, that they are paying rather than sort of letting things slide, it's an interesting idea.
But some people are leery.
It seems like credit's too easy these days anyway, and it's too tempting to get the bigger, better car.
My first thought was it could be kind of dangerous if somebody needs their car. The car sometimes is somebody's lifeline, and if they get into it and it doesn't start, and if they have to get to the hospital.
Drivers are given a code they can use just for an emergency. Still, experts say there are a lot of things to consider if you have bad credit and you need to get a car loan. Work out a budget to determine what you can afford. Take a close look at the interest rate because it might be very high.
And they also might want to talk to other lenders. They may think that they have bad credit, but there might be another lender. There might be other options out there for them.
Auto Credit says only 2 of its customers have failed the program. One wasn't able to make payments. The other person tore out the device, thinking he could get away with it, but that only disabled the car. Shirley Anthony is just one of dozens of success stories here, and it will even help her down the road.
They report to our credit bureau, and it's building up my credit as I'm going. And like my credit rating, right, was not the best in the world. This is helping build up my credit, which is good.
Experts say it is really important for the lender to report your results to a credit bureau. They also suggest you get a copy of your credit report to make sure your credit rating is improving. I'm Jennifer Millette, WMVR News 9.